In an unexpected move, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis took to the stand in her misconduct allegation hearing. She testified about her romantic relationship with special prosecutor Nathan Wade. She regularly sparred with the defense attorney. Take a listen.
Ms. Willis, I'll ask you to just listen to the answer, or excuse me, the question, and keep the answers confined to the question as best you can. I think you'll have more than enough ample opportunity on when the state is able to
It's highly offensive when someone lies on you, and it's highly offensive when they try to implicate that you slept with somebody the first day you met with them, and I take exception to it.
And let's go now to Nikole Killion joining us from Atlanta. Nikole, I know you've been following this whole trial for a while now. What a day in the courtroom, to be sure. Let's take a step back. What kind of misconduct is the Trump team alleging here when it comes to Willis?
Well, keep in mind, this was all sparked by a complaint that was filed in January by co-defendant Michael Roman, who was a former Trump campaign operative who was charged in that indictment last summer by District Attorney Fani Willis. He basically wants not only the district attorney to be disqualified, but he wants this case thrown out. And so since filing that complaint, former President Trump has also signed on to it, as have a few of the other co-defendants. And basically what they are concerned about, or what they allege, is that they believe that the district attorney may have personally benefited from this personal relationship that she had with Nathan Wade, considering that it was her office that was paying Nathan Wade to serve as a special prosecutor in this case. And then in turn, the pair were taking these trips to places like California, Florida, the Caribbean. But what we heard from the district attorney in her testimony, as well as from Nathan Wade, is that, yes, they did have a relationship. And they both say that this started after the case was underway in early 2022, that it has since ended in summer of 2023. But the district attorney said that as far as these trips were taken, she doesn't consider them gifts, that she paid Nathan Wade back for anything that he footed in terms of the bill, and that she, took responsibility for those travel items and those trips that they took, that this wasn't all Nathan Wade paying for everything, that she paid her fair share, and not only did that, but also reimbursed him for these trips. Nathan Wade also acknowledged it as much, saying that the district attorney often paid him back in cash. So that was also a subject of the discussion. But, what is interesting, Caitlin, is that some of these defendants, some of these 19 co-defendants are in the room during this testimony, including Harrison Floyd, Trevian Cuddy, and David Schaefer, the former GOP chair here in Georgia, as well as some of their attorneys. In fact, at times, former President Trump's attorney, Stephen Sadow, was also questioning the district attorney during this period, as well as Nathan Wade. So a lot of players and entities in this courtroom in what became a very tense hearing this afternoon.
Yeah, speaking of that intensity, Nikole, nobody was expecting Willis to actually testify today. She came into the courtroom and took the stand. Can you kind of explain to us what that moment was like, and what exactly did she say? What stood out to you?
Well, I wouldn't say it was completely unexpected. At the end of the day, she had been subpoenaed by Roman's attorney, Ashley Merchant, just as Merchant also subpoenaed Nathan Wade. And so following Wade's testimony, which lasted for several hours, then it was a question of who the next witness would be. And Merchant continued to insist that she felt that Fani Willis should testify. Kind of in the course of having those discussions between the attorneys and the judge, the district attorney walked in and said that she was willing and ready to testify. And so because she didn't object, even though she was trying to quash the subpoena just earlier this week so that she did not have to testify, ultimately she walked in the room and said that she wanted to move forward. And so from that point on, we have witnessed the district attorney on the stand again, and very contentious at times, because she feels that a lot of what's in this filing is not true. She pushed back very vociferously against that, at times telling some of these attorneys not to yell at her, while also taking a sharp tone herself. But we just learned that this hearing will continue into tomorrow. It is getting ready to wrap up, so we expect that Willis will be back on the stand again Friday.
Okay, an important part of a very big case down there in Atlanta. Nikole Killion, thank you very much.